Ladies and gentlemen, Gretel Killeen!
Well, that was a bit violent and unsettling, wasn't it? Well, I'll take a moment. Okay, here's the fact. The older I get, the wiser I get, and the more stupid everyone else becomes. In particular, young people like all of you. Oh, and also my family, who daily seem determined to prove that blood truly is thicker than water. My current personal assistant is both young and my relative. She is the dumbest person I have ever met. Last week, she went fishing and used a grape. Yesterday, she asked me if I think people with big eyes see more. She's not with us, so I can talk about her. I don't mean that she's dead. I mean, she's driving. She sent me a text saying she would be driving here. She'll be a bit late because she's stuck on a roundabout. Literally does not know how to get off it. And I'm not telling her. Basically, I pay her to babysit herself. Yesterday, I referred to a journalist whose surname is Longbottom, and I said, if that were your last name, wouldn't you change it by deed poll? And she said, yes, I would change my name to Tight Ass. The worst thing about her is that she's making me hate all of you. I know. Yesterday, it was a busy day. Yesterday, I saw this young, attractive couple jogging together, and I used all of my mental powers to try to make one of them trip over. This is clearly not acceptable. Obviously, I'm not going to change, so all of you are going to have to. The following are some guidelines that I've written. Now, some of them I wrote when I was young and stupid, like all of you, but I have modified them. All right? So if you could concentrate, make notes if you must. All right? These are just life tips. No man is an island, but lots of people are pigs. Avoid those who are selfish, greedy, or conceited, and try not to get lonely. Planned, this might be a bit too advanced for you guys. Do you have jobs? All right. Planned, and you know about how tax works? Yeah. All right, plan to write an autobiography when you get older and then claim your whole life as a tax deduction. Now, this is important, particularly for you girls. Know when to start a relationship, but more importantly, know when to leave one. Recognise when a relationship has turned to compromise. In my experience, this is when foreplay is stage 1 rapid eye movement. All right? Some of you don't know what that is, do you? Where's the education system gone? All right, you might get this one, girls, this is for you. Important, write it down. You will never be number 1 in the life of a man who has a nickname for his willy, okay? That is true. Oh, sorry, was that the name of your willy? Jesus, I think that's a bit conceited. All right. Girls, try to start either a political movement or a religion that respects and worships bikini line hair. 9, do not suffer in silence. 10, compliment people. It puts them off their guard. 11, save time. Judge books by their covers. 12, respect your elders. This is the most important one. They deserve respect. No one ever gave them a trophy for just running in the race, like you guys. Tell older people that you appreciate them. Tell them that you admire them, and encourage really old people to feel young and alive by having lots of sex with each other. Now, I know this may seem a bit gross to some of you, but one day it will happen to you, all right? I'm just going to give you some upsides to sex when people are older. Not my age, of course. I'm talking, you know, like 150. All right. These are just things to throw in when you're talking to your nan. All right? Now, one thing is there's no pressure to perform. Just because you don't want to hang from anything, trapezes because you pull your back out, and you don't want to do any of that S&M stuff because your arthritis will stop you being able to undo the knots. So you keep it basic. Sex is cheap when you're old because you don't have to go to dinner because, you know, when old people eat, they fart a lot, so forget that one. When you're old, there's no fear of your partner secretly videoing you because if you're over 60, you don't know how to use all that newfangled technology anyway. When you're old, you can close your eyes and just have a little snooze. And people think you're just off in erotica. And you know, really good ones. When you're old, women can be frank and open and honest about what they want. And for the first time in their lives, they can stop faking orgasms. And even better, at the same time, men have to start faking orgasms. And lastly, on this little old people rant, when you're old and having sex, it is really high. I'll just say that again. Thanks for that punctuation mark. When you're old and having sex, it's highly unlikely that you get pregnant. But if you do, you end up on Today Tonight. Hold that thought. Thank you.